good people? Thanks for joining me for this new video. And as always, if you aren't subscribed, or leave a like or share this video, that will greatly help us. Today I want to talk about a subject that is constantly puzzling me, and it is this tendency that programmers, engineers, computers, scientists have this tendency of trying to make it look as if their kind of programming is the most appropriate and that everybody should follow the trend. Listen, and a very good case study you'll notice is for PHP. PHP is by far the widest language used on the web. But when you talk to these various forums, there's always this downplaying of PHP, right? They all use it, whether or not they want it, but they'll be like, well, haha, PHP, haha, PHP, that is for the weaklings. Well, no, there's no. I mean, I'm a martial art guy, you know, and this kind of competition between languages is kind of like kung fu people telling the judo people our martial art is superior to yours. Well, it is intended for a specific purpose. It is in nothing superior. Some people went as far as saying that PHP is a scripting language. It's not really programming, it is scripting. Well, bullshit. I call bullshit. The people who say that are people who are too ashamed. You know what they're ashamed of? They're ashamed that Mark Zuckerberg made $1 billion with PHP. Whereas, despite their Golangs and Pythons, they can't even be able to afford the cost of day-to-day living. They so-called superior languages. They tried to make it look at it was shameful. I even saw this meme one day of they were drawing, there was like this video of Zuckerberg sweating in some interview. I don't know where he did it. And they were assuming that he was ashamed because he made Facebook using PHP and Apache and MySQL. Come on, dude. You can't avoid it. You can call it scripting language. It's not really programming, you know. It is scripting. Well, you haven't explored Laravel really. You haven't used Symfony. You can't feel the particular power of it. And this is a challenge I give you. On the top of my head, I can name at least one PHP billionaire. At least one. But let's make it about money. Let's make it about the money, okay? Let's not let's not get into the whole ideological crappy bullshit. Name me one Python billionaire. Somebody who made a fortune on top of Python. Only. I guess you don't know any name. I can tell you Bill Gates made a fortune on top of Basic. He did. So Basic was a thing at a time. It evolved, but it was Basic that made him rich. All right? Zuckerberg made a fortune on top of, let's say, PHP. The Larry Page and Sergey Brin for Google, they used Java. All these video games use C++. So the programming languages, there is no programming languages that is superior to the other. The purpose you are trying to use it for is what is appropriate or not. Okay? If you are developing for the web, for the website, if you want a website or of some sort, moderate traffic, not everybody, let's be honest, not everybody is gonna get that huge ass traffic. You know it. You know it. Not everybody's gonna have that huge ass traffic on their website. A WordPress install usually do for most blogs. Let's be honest, okay? And what is WordPress based on? It's based on PHP. So what are you really talking about? What is this about when you are on a forum and then you ask a PHP question, you get like downplayed by all these big tech leads, short guy of type of people that feel so contempt that they can do something complicated. That is what I call the IBM mindset. You know the IBM mindset? It's the mindset of the IBM programmers of the 50s. They thought that because something is complicated, it makes it better. They didn't understand that the simplicity of something is what makes it adoptable. PHP is not the most powerful language, but it is simple, it is out of the box, and it is easy to understand for even junior programmers. And that's why it's so adopted, because it's so easy to install. I mean, I remember when I started with PHP, I knew nothing about the Linux terminal. I could just download this software on Windows, easy PHP, get it installed, run it, Apache, MySQL, it was all installed automatically, and voila, I get rolled coding with my a simple text editor as the default Windows text editor, and voila, I was started already. There was no terminal commands, building dependencies, and everything. It was just that something pure, simple, and out of the box. And you want to look down on these people who just want to experiment with programming and want something that's not going to be too much of a headache for them, especially newbies who don't really know what they want. PHP is so abordable. I mean, it is so welcoming to them. A variable, if else, simple condition, and but you get the tech leads of the giant corporation that'll be like, oh, you know PHP, you're not really a programmer. That's not really a programming language. It is scripting. It's scripting. Well, scripting made $1 billion out of somebody for somebody. How much have you made with your non-scripting languages? How much? Start from 0 to 10. How much have you made so far with the big shot languages you're coding in right now? I bet most of you will be on the zero, between 0 and $10 per month. There you go. So keep this in mind. Don't Programming is not about the trends, it's not about who uses what, it's about the purpose. What are you trying to achieve? You're trying to build a video game? Go for C++ and C. You're trying to do something advanced and more cross-platform. You don't want to have to worry about compilers and developing for multiple platforms. Your focus is mainly on portability and flexibility and object-orientedness and all that. Go for Java. You want to do something simple and quick on the web? Go for freaking PHP, dude. You want to do artificial intelligence stuff, machine learning? Go for Python, dude. It was meant for that. The people who built it had that in mind first. So know what you're trying to achieve, then pick after. Don't get discouraged by the so-called big shot who have nothing to show to their names. All right? Peace. And for all you PHP programmers, you guys are ruling the web. Peace.